Some while back I mentioned to a Patreon subscriber, I believe it was, he wanted to know how temperature affects velocity. Well, I've been aware of this for many years, and I think the best way to answer this is Les Bowman, many years ago, corresponded with DuPont. They make the IMR line of powders. And in this extensive correspondence at the time, he came up with the information and basically condensed it down fairly easily to be read. And I've had this information for years, and Les Bowman and I, talked about many of these aspects and to do with temperatures and velocities in the many hundreds and hundreds of tests that Les and I ran developing loads for various cartridges. And some of this really came about, during the time in the latter part of the 60s when Les and I were shooting dozens of different 17 caliber rifles in about that many chamberings, about a dozen different chamberings. And I don't think that anybody knew more about the 17s than Les and I with the testing that we did. But anyway, I'll get right to the point here, and I'm going to read what Les wrote P.O. Ackley, and P.O. Ackley printed in one of his books many years ago on this, basically how velocities and powder temperatures and one thing and another affect velocities. So here I'm going to read what Les has to say. Few hand loaders realize the difference temperatures of powders make in velocity and pressure. And the funny thing is that the top temperatures, that is from 72 degrees normal to 100 degrees for instance, affects pressure more than from 0 to 70 degrees above. As you will notice in the chart, this is 129 feet per second minus for the 0 temperature reading at 4,000 feet a second speed of a bullet, and 155 plus for the temperature about 70 to 100 degrees. Many sight in one day with a certain temperature, and later when temperatures are perhaps different, 50 degrees different, they think their scope has changed when the group sprint at a different place. Also, maximum loads worked up at say 40 degrees can be really dangerous at 90 to 100 degrees. It's the powder temperature that counts. We need to focus and pay attention. It's the powder temperature that counts.